Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of the Scratch the Track podcast presented by the Dude and Grim Show and co-produced by Mr. IVEST. I am the Dude.
And I am Grim. And we are going to talk a little bit today about some rumors that have been coming out regarding the proposition that King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, one of our favorite bands, may in fact be releasing a new album called Made in Timeland.
Yep. Well, I think the thing is, they actually are. It sounds like they are releasing it. I think.
Well, yeah. I mean, the pictures would indicate that they recorded it.
Date. Yeah.
Because they had vinyls, and in the picture, Stu McKenzie had vinyls.
Right. So on his Instagram and Twitter, he basically made a post, and they pressed like 2,000 of these, and it was supposed to be at their festival that they were going to have on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Like
and they were going to give them away, which is so
for
sick,
free,
dude.
Which is awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. But unfortunately, because of we'll just call them global events at this point, and risk factors, they had to unfortunately cancel that festival. So to my knowledge, it doesn't sound like any of those have been distributed or given out yet.
Oh, dude, and those ones that are all like the clear kind of gray, like in that picture, I'm pretty sure awesome. Those vinyls will be collector's items.
Yeah. Well, and he even said, so in the post, then there was like, people start commenting and stuff. And I think they actually responded to a few of the comments. And essentially, I think they said that they potentially would never press the album again, maybe. Or maybe they won't press it in that format and that style. So at the same time, he also said, I think that it's possible it could be released in the States and Europe sometime next year. Now, this was in December 16th. He made that. So Stu made that post.
We're in this year now.
Yeah, we are. And apparently, at least if you go to Target's website, you can pre-order the album on February 11th. Now, when I went onto the link, it didn't even have like the cover of the album or anything that. It was just
when you go
available for pre-order.
There was another link that you sent where it was like you could listen to the album and it will take you to all these like music websites, but nobody actually has it, so you can't listen to it. Yeah,
and I guess I would just be curious. One, is anybody, down there, no pun intended, heard it, right? Or have some of those vinyls that were pressed for the festival, if they kind of made their way out. Because on one of the links that I found when I did a search, it looks like there's only 2 tracks. And
each one is like 15 minutes, right?
15 minutes exactly is what it says. And now there's Timeland is, I think, on side 1, and then Smoke and Mirrors is on side 2. And now, Grim, just looking at, the instruments, like it shows who's playing on each song and kind of the instruments. I don't know if there's anything we can kind of decipher from that of what it would sound like,
dude.
Because with them, you kind of never know, right?
Yeah, it really is. There were a couple instruments, and I'm going to try to call it up, but
I think it's in the email I sent if you can find that.
Okay,
but in Timeland, Stu is credited with playing the drums in the. I don't even know how to say this. It's Ocarina.
Orinka.
Do you know how that is? Orinka? Or
I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested to hear it. It's certainly going to be different than I think than what we know of them or what they played before.
Well, there's
Ocarina. I don't know.
Ocarina. Yeah. Nobody's credited with guitar on this track. Then you have Smoke and Mirrors. There's acoustic guitar, percussion, keyboards, vocals, synth, bass. But really on the first track, Timeland, there's only a few instruments. Now, just because it says keyboards and synthesizer, they could layer the shit out of
that. That could be a lot of things. So I would be interested to hear what it is going to be like. Is it going to be some sort of I don't want to say continuation, but is it going to be sort of a more in the realm of the Butterfly 3000 sound, or does it go, because KGLW before that was explorations in microtonal music, so that's obviously different too. So I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities as to what it could be and what it could sound like. And I want to know. I demand to know.
Got it. The people need to know. Well, another thing too, Grim, is they're heavily known for kind of their cool transitions and lining things up and whatnot. I mean, we just had last year, whatever, KGLW, right? Where it was like the albums flowed into each other.
Dude, now that's a first. An album to album transition, which I think you can only listen to in the right way digitally, because if you listen to it on like Amazon Music or something, the one does go right into the other, and it's pretty damn amazing.
It's pretty awesome.
When you hear that.
Yep. And then I forget and then there's what do you call it? The name of the album that it escapes me at the moment.
Notagon Infinity.
Notagon Infinity. Is just over and over and
constant
over.
loop. Yeah, because you hear it over and over. Yeah.
The way of the future. Well, it'll be interesting because actually on let's see, January 21st, at least here in the States, they're coming out with Butterfly 3001, which is a remix album. So yeah, I mean, it's great. We'll be in January and February, and we're already getting a King Gizzard remix album, and then some sort of another kind
possibly
of,
a new
special treat, new album. It's at least 2 songs, and that's the thing. You can also say, hey, it's 2 songs, but the way King Gizzard makes music, there could be like 5.
2 songs could be an album
within each track, right? Yeah. So definitely, we're very curious to see what it's like. If anyone out there has any insight, after you go ahead and give us a
like, subscribe, and comment below.
Please let us know below what you guys think this is going to sound like, what it's going to be. I know they were supposed to play this show and it got canceled. I believe they said they were going to try to play one more show near the Melbourne area before I think they went on tour, and they wouldn't even be back and playing live in Australia until 2023. I think they had to reschedule a lot of dates because we're scheduled to see them in October here in Denver. So,
and let's hope that all goes well with that, because I have wanted to do that for a long time. And thanks again, Mr. IVEST, for kind of getting us on the King Gizzard kick, because I feel like you were the biggest proponent of getting me into that band. And once I got into them, I realized it was something that I could never get out of, nor did I want to. So
no, it's certainly a trip worth taking if you haven't listened to this band. But if you've made it this far in the video, there's a good chance that you have. So I think with that, Grim, I think we want to wrap this sweet episode up, my friend.
Yeah, wrap it up. Like a candy.
All right, kids. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Check us out on your favorite podcasting platform. It's time to go.
The Dude track is produced by Dude Grim. Additional music provided by More. That's ... MORE. And the Tims, TIMNZ. Copyright 2020 to The Dude and Grim Show.